Hey y'all, today I decided to do a natural eye tutorial. I'm giving simple tips how to blend your eyeshadows, and I think that every beginner needs a place to learn from, and even if you're not a beginner, you can still learn something from this video. So stay tuned and watch the video. The first thing I always do whenever I do my makeup, no matter what, is I put on a primer on my face. Today I'm just going to choose the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I will spray it all over my face, and I always hold my breath because I ain't trying to inhale all that, and then I wipe my lips off so I don't have to taste it. Right here recently, the first thing I've started doing with my eye makeup routine, because I always do my eye makeup first, is I've started using an eyeshadow primer. Those of you that have an oily lid, if you would actually use the eyeshadow primer before you start putting your eye makeup on, you would notice a huge difference. Those who have an oily lid, it makes it adhere to your lid better. You would see a drastic difference by the end of the day. Have a problem with the eye makeup staying on the lid, and it is just gone, and all you see is a crease right there. So today I'm actually going to use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's a 24-hour anti-crease, and I can't tell you if it is 24 hours because I always take my makeup off by the end of the night, and so I can attest to that. But this is what it looks like, and I always just put it all over my lid. And as you can see, I need to wax my eyebrows or tweeze them or something, so we will make it as pretty as we can. I'm going to create a natural eye look, especially for those of you that are kind of unsure on how to do your eye makeup. This is kind of a foolproof way. This is just a natural one. You can create it with any eye makeup palette, and it's really just to kind of show you a beginner's guide to how to put on your eye makeup. I think I'm just going to go with this Morphe palette. This is the 35W, so that's 35 warm. I really like warm colors against the cool colors of my blue eyes, and this is it. And there's so many to choose from, but right now I'm going to use all matte. So after I put my eyeshadow insurance on, I'm going to use the lightest one, and sometimes in a makeup palette it says that that would be your highlight color that goes underneath your brow bone, and that is true. I just start with this one. So the first thing that I do is I take a crease brush like so, and I just kind of use a sweeping motion just to kind of give it a little bit of something so that it lays a foundation. This is really just kind of creating a little bit of a base, and you're not going to have like a huge amount of color payoff with it. So just keep swiping back and forth. And blending is super important. If you do not blend your eyeshadow, you're going to end up looking like you have half moon shapes right here. And some people like that. That's cool. If you don't, I'm going to show you how to blend. You can tell a little bit of a difference from here to like my naked eye right here, but not very much. So I'm going to go one step up to a little bit darker, and I always tap off that excess pigment so that I don't have sprinkles underneath my eyes. And when I blend, I use back and forth motions like a windshield wiper, and I use circular motions. The windshield wiper I use primarily blending into this area right here, and then I use the circular motions right in the kind of in the corner. Okay, so I'm going to go one step up. There is I don't always use this many. Well, right now I feel like it's kind of necessary just for this video. And the darker I get with my color choices, I start out with the circular motion just to create a little bit more where it's darker on this outside than it is on this inside. So then what I want to do is it's a little bit darker there, and I want to blend it all the way to the inner corner. And now you're actually starting to be able to see just a little bit of color payoff. And I have no shimmer in there. I think they're more of a satin color, which is kind of in the middle of a matte and a shimmer. So now I'm going to go with this one right here. They do not have names, but I'm going to go with this one right here. And this is probably where you'll start to see a little bit more of a color payoff. And I'm going to start it right here kind of in my crease on my lower lid, into my crease, and I'm going to use circular motions and then a windshield wiper motion going towards that halfway point right there. And then I'm going to take a little bit over to this area, to the inner corner. So now you're actually able to see a little bit more the darker I get. So this Wet n Wild brush, I love it. The bristles are all one length. So it's a perfect crease brush for what I have found is it's really perfect when you're doing those lighter shades and you're laying that foundation. And that is really what I've started using these Wet n Wild brushes for. I'm going to move on to this particular shade right here. Like I said, it does not have any names. This one right here. And then stay right in here in this corner. It's very light. This is supposed to be super natural looking. If you're getting ready for work, you obviously don't want to use like that many colors because you're not going to have all the time in the world. And if you do, please comment below and tell me how you make that happen, because I want to know. I want to know if you have children and you were able to just make it happen, because I really sit on that struggle bus in the front seat every single morning. That is natural, but I'm thinking I just kind of want to go a little bit darker. So I'm going to venture on to go down here to this particular color. It's pretty dark, but I'm going to kind of control it. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of this to kind of give it a little bit more, I guess, dimension. Okay, so now I have a little bit there. And what I want to say is when you start messing with darker colors, if you're using something that is as big as this size right here, if you're not careful, if you want it to stay down here, it's going to get up here. I mean, there's just no way around it. Now I'm going to use this one. The bristles are a lot denser. They're shorter. They're packed in there. It's a crease brush, but it is really for just being in that one spot that you want to be. So I'm going to move on to this color right here. Down in the bottom, it's pretty dark, but we'll kind of see how it goes. Just on that lid area right here. And it's staying where I want it to be. And I kind of just want to move it to the halfway point just a little bit. And I really don't want to go in to my inner corner at all. I want to keep that light to where there is a little bit of a transition where it's lighter and then darker, just to kind of give it a smoked out feel, and that is just really natural looking. Now what I will do is I will go back in and blend that in. This is the Morphe G17. I love it for blending purposes. Whenever you're blending back and forth like that, you want to use a clean brush. I actually used, this is the Color Switch from Sephora, and I just took my brush and cleaned it in there, and it cleans all of whatever could be on there. It cleans it off. I don't want there to be any harsh lines at all whatsoever. And just go in there and windshield wipe back and forth and blend, blend, blend. So I think I just want to go one little shade darker. This is the Morphe B80 brush. I'm just going to go to this darker one right here. And I'm going to start this because it is darker right here on the outer corner of my eyelid. I don't want to go any further in there. I'm concentrating on that one area in really short circles. So I'm going to go back again with this bigger domed brush, my G17 from Morphe, and clean it off and go back in and just kind of blend everywhere right here. I want my darker focus to be on my lid and blending a little bit into my crease, and that's it. I don't want there to be too much going on with this eye. This is like a really good everyday look. I just need something for the lid. This is by Real Techniques. This is one of their chrome brushes, the number 200, and the bristles are really good on this one. and it's pretty big, so it covers a really good area. I'm just going to use this shimmer. It kind of looks like a gold champagne, and go onto my lid and just pat it on there. And just like that. So now I need to do something underneath my brow bone. This Real Techniques shading brush, very similar to what I just used for that lid area, but this one is really short and it's perfect for under this area right here. I'm just going to use this very first one and just go underneath my brow bone and just have a little bit there. This look, nothing spectacular at all, something super simple. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it and that most of all you have learned something. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and to give this video a thumbs up. You can also go to my website, read my blogs. I will link that below. You can follow me on Twitter now. I got a Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, hairbymelindaK. If there is something that you would like to see that I have yet to do on my channel, please comment below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends.
Where's my iPad?
It is right here.
Oh, I want to stay in the living room.
Okay. Can you shut my door
Sure.
when you go out?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.